Hello travellers, today we're going to be taking a look at the Modern Dayfarer V2 Backpack, which is this one here. Now I'm just going to run off a quick few specs of this bag, so bear with me. It is 2.2 pounds or just slightly over 1 kilogram, which is not bad for a 24-litre backpack. On the side here you have an expansive water bottle pocket. You also have a really nice grab handle on the side here, and on the top you also have a grab handle on the underside, on the back, sorry. And this is also suitable as a luggage pass-through. You have a nice vented bottom compartment, which is great for shoes or wet clothes like a jacket or something like that. And then if you can spot it here, there is a hidden compartment here, which is just about the right size for a passport or something like that. And if you look on the bottom, you can see here, just next to the straps, there is space where you could attach an optional hip strap. And then on this side, there is a side compartment, and inside this compartment, you get 2 additional shelves here, which have a mesh material, and you also get a key loop. And the space in this pocket is quite big and expensive. And taking a look at the front here, you have a nice fid lock, which is like a magnetic buckle. So that just snaps in place, and then you just slide it to the side to open it up. Now, I'm not a huge fan of, flap top or roll top bags, but this is one of the better ones that I have tried, and it's really quite a good design. The only thing that is a little bit worrisome is that there isn't any zip into the top compartment. So, if you accidentally close it like that, there's potential for rain to get into the little gap here. But generally you fold those in as you close it, and so that kind of gets pressed fairly closed, and I don't think there's a huge chance that water will get in there unless you're in like a really heavy windy rainstorm. And also there is a weather sealed zippered laptop compartment at the top here, which opens up to a nice padded compartment there. Now the other thing is that even though this is a flap top access, you do also have zips here to get into the main compartment, which is a very handy, quick way to access your main contents. So let's take a quick look inside the main compartment. So we have another zip here to the other side of the bag, and then just next to it you'll notice there's another one. So this is actually the front pocket. And in there you get quite a bit of space as well to fit things in. So let's take a look inside here. Down the front of this panel you get a mesh pocket, which is very nice. And then you get a second non-mesh pocket. You also have a nice elastic sleeve here, which you could use for documents or also like a tablet or another laptop. Now if you notice here on the very bottom, this area is, you can roll it and lay it closed so it doesn't, get in the way with your main pack. But this is actually the amount of space that you get for that shoe compartment that I mentioned before. So it's actually this much space, quite a lot of space. So if you did pack shoes or a jacket in here, it would take up this space on the internal compartment of the bag. Not a huge deal, but you can roll it out the way and use a bit of Velcro there built in to actually sort of get that out of your way, but it is good to have that option there. So one thing I did notice that this backpack is missing is like a sternum strap. There are attachment points here on the strap, so you could attach an aftermarket one. They have attachment points on the top and bottom, but I guess it's not a huge deal breaker. These straps are actually very comfortable, and they kind of fit the contours of your shoulders. You can see the bag doesn't feel like it's too bulky, and it does fit your back quite nicely. The padding on the back as well is also extremely comfortable and makes it very easy to wear, even when you have a heavy load in. Now I do like the option of all these grab handles. The top one is very comfortable, and the side one as well is very handy, so when you're at the airport you can carry your bag. like this. Now there is some water resistance, but it's not really completely water repellent. Right, so before I get into what I would sort of pack in this in a kind of a general packing list, they did also send me this tech case here, and this also comes in, I believe, black and possibly green. But it's actually quite a similar material. In fact, I think it's the same material as this one from Alpaca. So they actually match. And this is, again, from another company called Bluffworks. My packing cube, clothing packing cube, just happens to be orange. And so kind of a bit of a theme here, which seems to work quite well. So this is my passport and all that sort of stuff. This is the side-by-side gear tech case, which I've been using as my tech case, but I'll just show you how I would pack some of the things I have in here into this one. This one is quite interesting because it's quite a flat tech case. It does have some expansiveness to it, but I feel like this one is generally for cables and flatter items. You can see it's got a lot of loops here, which are great for putting cables in. So let's put a few in there now. This is my Apple Watch charger from Mako. Let's see if I put that in the top bit here. This is just a general USB-C dock. Some more cables in here. Let's chuck that in there. In the back here, I have my Zendure passport. Let's see, that is a pretty bulky item. It should fit in there. Let's see. Just barely fits, but it's probably not the most ideal way to have that one. So let's take that one out. Yeah, so basically that's probably a bit too bulky for this particular one, but you can put flatter items in here, cables, you know, USB-C docks, SD cards, stuff like that would fit quite well. So now let's see how I would pack this out. Now this front pocket actually, I believe, fits this tech case quite nicely. It's almost exactly this right size, so that goes in there. Now I always put my clothing cube at the bottom. I have an umbrella here. I think that might be good in this back pocket. This also might be good in the back pocket. This is my camera packing cube, and of course my toiletries. So that's looking pretty good. This one might actually fit in this top panel. That's a pretty good fit. Now let's see if I can zip this up. And one of the advantages of having this flap top is that when you pack a lot of stuff in here, even above the actual size of the bag, you can kind of put this flap higher and higher. And the adjustment in this also allows for that. So you see I could put even more than that in here, but let's pull that nice and tight for the adjustment. So that is a pretty well packed out version. Now let's just check a couple of these extra ones. So I want to put the umbrella down here. And as I mentioned, there's pockets in here, so I might put the sunnies in one of those pockets. This is still a bit bulky, so I might chuck that actually in the top, like that. Now this power bank, I'm just going to put it in the bottom here just to show you that there is still space. So like that. You can see if I push that, it kind of goes up into the compartment a bit. So there you go, that is a fully packed. So that was it, a quick look at the Modern Dayfarer V2 Backpack. Definitely go ahead and check it out if you're in the market for this kind of flap top bag with a lot of interesting hidden pockets and features, and it feels very high quality, durable and well made. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.